Welcome back, Goblin Chefs. It's APGAINS. Before I get to the footage of the unlock, which we'll show, footage of all the testing that we'll show, I'm going to do a little bit of commentary beforehand, mostly because there's a ton of controversy going on right now in the community around Elrond, as well as just generally talk about his viability. Of course, this channel is looking at everything from a free-to-play perspective. We have the main account, which is going to do minimum money spend to figure out how to unlock stuff, so the two free-to-play accounts we run, as well as all of our Patreon members who are following along, can figure out how to unlock everything at the lowest possible gear. So we'll show you the lowest possible gear, the unlock event, the testing, all that stuff. But I'll start with the controversy. It's been rough to watch, but some people in guild chats, some people in public discords as well, and then of course some YouTubers, it has come to everyone's attention that this is much, 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 much more expensive than people were initially anticipating, simply because of the fact that the packs, they post their odds and stuff like that. Like, I do not condone gambling for children or anything like that, but if you're over 18, your frontal cortex is not fully developed, but let's just say that you're a fully fledged adult. You can make your own decisions with your own money. I generally have the philosophy that if you couldn't literally light your money on fire and have it disappear and not care, you shouldn't be spending that kind of money in mobile gaming, or any gaming or gambling. That's just my personal opinion, but I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. So if you have the money and you want to spend it, that's totally fine. I've talked to plenty of people in Galaxy of Heroes and in Heroes of Middle-earth where they make such an obscene amount of money, an ungodly amount of money, that thousands of dollars into games like this is literally nothing to them. And for those people, this is totally fine. But there's always a couple of people who maybe get a little bit too into it. And I just like to say that, you don't need to. It's totally fine, guys. It's how mobile games work. They want you to spend a bunch of money. They want you to get into a pattern of hitting these packs over and over again and feeling like you're, I'm brain farting right now, but I've already spent this much money, so I might as well keep spending fallacy. Someone in the comment section remind me, because I talk about this all the time, but I can't remember what it's called. So I've seen some pretty hard things to watch as far as money, real world money spent. Excuse me, I sounded like a smoker for a second. I've seen some pretty difficult things as far as how much money people have spent to get Elrond up, especially to 7 stars, and I just wanted to address that because you don't need to. You can play this game free to play. I think the one thing that I will never give Capital Games shit for is the fact that Galaxy of Heroes and Heroes of Middle-earth, once it's a little bit more developed with game modes, you guys will learn to see is these games are going to be and have been very free-to-play friendly. Everything is accessible free-to-play. You just got to wait a little bit more time. You can't get it day one. I get it. I was free-to-play for 4+ years in Galaxy of Heroes, and I get the struggle. We're still a dominant player. We're still punching up. We're still destroying whales. It's going to be like that in this game as well. It's just about patience and following the farming guides and paying attention to the YouTube videos and stuff like that, and making sure you're being as efficient as possible. So I don't want you guys to think that you have to go in and spend money. I did spend the $120 for the 2 marquee characters to get them to 5 stars to get Elrond. I did spend about $30 to get luminous crystals when the $10 packs were offered. And I did spend $20 in gems for the purposes of the stream to show some refreshes for arena battles, so we didn't have to wait 15 minutes in between each one. So I'm not saying that I didn't spend any money, but it's money that I can afford to spend. It's money that I can use as part of my YouTube business, so it is a tax write-off, and I do profit off of super chats, Patreon, ad revenue, and stuff like that. So don't feel like I'm putting myself in a bad position after spending a couple $100s to get this character day one. I've never gotten a legendary character day one in a Capital Games game, so I thought it was a fun, unique experience. I'm leaning to the side of I might not do it again, and we might kind of regress back to this being more free-to-play on all 3 accounts as opposed to only 2 of the accounts. But that being said, how good is Elrond? Elrond is pretty good. The damage output from the team is not spectacular, but what they lack in damage, they more than make up for in the fact that Elrond is busted. The sustain on this team is very good. We did a bunch of punch-ups, which you'll see some of. You won't see all of them. We might do some other videos of some more higher punch-ups, but with minimum levels, with minimum gear relative to our opponents, the survivability that Elrond provides, especially with Elodin and Arwen giving some extra survivability there. Damage, we actually use Gaz instead of Lomian, so Lomian's not going to be touched anymore. He's going to stay at Gear 5, level 40. Ability Tier 3s like he was for the unlock that you'll see here in a second. I can definitely see this as Elrond comes to 8 and maybe Eldon and Elro here and Arwen go to 6 and they're all level 50. I can see maybe 2,000 to 3,000 punch-ups. The power of squads can be manipulated relatively easily with ability tiers and levels and gear. There's so many ways you can change the power of squads, so it's hard to tell truly what the punch-up is, especially because you can't see the level of the characters you're going up against. They could be level 40, they could be level 55. You don't know. But what Elrond does do is he gives survivability even to weaker elves, and his AoE hits like an absolute truck. Paired with Gaz, the AoE damage output is more than enough from those two characters to allow this team to punch up damage-wise, and the sustain that they offer with his, reviving a character as well as the regeneration and the pure heal he has on that revive ability more than make up for the lack of damage. So well in a way the best team in the game, gonna help you punch up, gonna be great for arena, gonna be great for PvE and PvP game modes that come out that require multiple squads. Fantastic team, worth the all in all, call it $300 that it took me to get him day 1 to almost gear 8. For me, yes, because it's content, it's a tax write-off, like I said. I would say for most people, you just grab them the second time around. You can play this game free to play. I've always advocated free to play playing these games and giving you guys the world's best strategies on how to do that. So if you're a free to play player, this is obviously the place to be. We view everything from a free to play perspective, even though we did spend a couple of dollars just to see what that minimum gear unlock was going to look like for you guys who's going to grab them in 3 or 6 months whenever his event comes back around. So, grind up your Elro here to 5, get your Namiri to 5, get your Lomian to 5. When Eladin and Arwen hit nodes, take them from 3 to 5 stars, and when Elrond comes back around, grab them. But in the meantime, focus on your Haradrim, do a little bit of Rohan if you want. Just start to build up teams and start to be competitive as a free-to-play player, and you're going to find success in the raids. You're going to find success in the PvP and PvP game modes that allow you to go and use multiple teams on your roster. I promise you're going to be fine. You don't need to spend the big bucks. You're going to be totally fine. Just continue to grind it out for to play. I'll be here to support you. Subscribe. Help us get to whatever. I don't care. Just help us get more subscribers because it makes my ego gigantic, and I just love being happy. I'm going to show you the unlock footage. I'm going to show you the testing footage, so make sure to watch that and enjoy the rest of the next 20 minutes or so. Love you. Bye. All right, so the event has officially gone live like literally 1 second ago. What we're doing today, lowest gear, lowest level, lowest ability tier unlock for Elrond. So if you guys are coming back to this event, free to play, you're going to know exactly what you're going to need to do. We have gear 5, level 40, ability tier 3 on everyone. I think Arwen technically has one of her skills at ability tier 4, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Phase 1 shouldn't be too hard, I imagine. So let's see. We should crack a lack right through this. Lore, I don't care about lore. I care about absolutely sniping Elrond. And it appears that, as per our predictions, it's not going to get difficult until we start to crack a little bit into the later missions. So I'm going to full auto this one and get the ball rolling here with our first completion of the phase 1 of the Elrond event. Look at all this lore that will be skipped. Wow, congratulations. Wow, a first 15 shards, boys. Clap it up. Clap it up for our first 15 shards. All right, well, tier 2, I believe this is the tier that requires 2-star characters, so I imagine this should still also be a walk in the park. Let's bring our boys back in, and we should get Crack-a-Lack in. Once again, the lore? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for skipping the lore. I know that's what you guys wanted. Lore snore? Oh yes. All right. Elrond a little bit stronger now, but it's not going to matter. We're going to get him down into his immunity, which he's going to use over and over, but we're going to dispel 1, kill 1. All right, he's got his last legs. He's going to heal himself, and he is officially out of there. This is another autoable tier. Very, very great. Who cares about poorly done lore? See, that's the thing, is I don't know if the lore is good or bad. I just know that I don't know what it is because I don't care. No one plays these games for the lore. I think I heard the devs say that there's like an actual storyline or something about maybe like an extra ring of power that like changes history or something like that. But I don't really care. Tier 3. Let's go. Is it going to start? All right, questions in chat, everyone. Is it going to start getting more and more difficult, or are we going to have to wait till literally the last tier 5 to worry about any difficulty? If it's like other Galaxy, if it's like Galaxy of Heroes, there's going to be no struggle until tier 5. Tier 5 will be pretty easy, and then tier 6 and tier 7, respectively, will be a little bit more challenging. All right, let's get a big hit out here. He should throw up his little thingy-majiggers once we get him down low enough. We'll dispel this. Throw up a taunt. He's going to heal. Let's do our little buddy-buddy team-up attack. He's back down. I don't know why I'm popping this heal when I should just auto basicked. This is going to do multiple hits, which should kill him. We auto tier 3. Nice and irrelevant as far as difficulty is concerned. I'm kind of expecting tier 5 to be the same thing, so maybe keeping them all at low gear was unnecessary. But now I'm just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to watch me take everyone from gear 5, level 40, to level 50, gear 8. All right, boys. That was tier 3 down. Tier 4. Are they gonna give us a challenge? Are they, or are they not, going to give us a challenge? Who knows? Oh my God. The UI is still a little buggy, which is a tad annoying, but you know, CG at its finest, CG events at its finest. CG events are always a time and a half. I miss the days of low gear unlocks in Galaxy of Heroes and stuff like that. That was just so satisfying to like figure out like the lowest gear bounty hunters for Chewbacca, lowest gear, you know, separatists for Padme. It certainly was a great time. All right, it appears that this tier is also not going to pose much of a challenge for our under-geared characters. Now, usually in other events, tier 5s become significantly harder than tier 4. So chat, what are we thinking? Are we thinking that it's actually going to be the case, or are they just going to give Elrond for free and require zero effort on our part to unlock him? All right, let's kill this Rivendell Mender, and we should be unlocking Elrond here in just a couple of segundos. You're going to get nimble. We're going to kill you. All right, so this should be the first tier, tier 5, where there is actual challenge. But I'm starting to think that that might not be the case. All right, this is our unlock event, boys. This is our all the cool kids who've been referencing the new Spider-Man movie. This is our canon event. Low gear Ewoks? Oh yeah, baby. I think the last two are challenging. All right, let's find out. All right. Ooh, yeah. Almost no damage done there to Elrond's. He is extra thick, so it appears that tier 5 is when it starts to pick up. I just wasted my Dispel. Let's throw up a taunt. Let's team up. Let's get him down into... I'm actually going to pop this just in case. Get him down low. He is quite the thickums here. Let's do a team up attack. Oh no, that's my AoE, sorry. My bad. I thought I was using Elro here. Alright. Oh, he is indeed quite thick. Alright, we're approaching final terminal velocity on his stacks of Unbreakable. He's going to ult us for the first time, and the polygons are crashing. The graphics are abysmal. He is completely rocking the... Oh no, the heal from the Mender. That's actually quite sad. Let's Dispel. Oh, it only dispels off one person. What a terrible ability. Alright, Elrond's finally down, but it got a little hairy there. I don't know. I should definitely not hit the Mender. I should attack Jack over here. Alright, one of us is dead. Two of us are dead. Let's get rid of this Nimble. Let's kill Jack. The Protector is up, but so is the Skirmisher. So let's hit the Skirmisher to kind of avoid this Nimble, get some damage out. Jack should rip him up. Alright, let's cleanse, heal a little bit. At least hopefully heal before we die. Alright, so it appears that I was correct in my assumption that level 40, gear 5, ability tier 3 was probably the way to go as far as what would be the acceptable rough minimum gear. It appears that it came down to the wire, but we were indeed able to accomplish the 5-star Elrond unlock at level 40, gear 5, ability tier 3s. All right, you ready, boys? Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god. All right, we got 10 extra shards of Elrond. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you need 3. Oh, it's 310 out of 310. Okay, I thought it was 310 out of 300. My apologies, Capital Games. All right, we might be the first person in the world to have Elrond. What are we taking him to, boys? All right, I need some suggestions. Do we take him straight to level 50? How much is that going to cost me gold-wise? All right, we're taking him straight to level. Fuck it. We're taking him straight to level 50. All right, what gear? I need bets in chat. Everyone in chat. Oh, chat's not popping up on the stream for some reason. Oh, there it is. What gear do you think we can take him to without having to worry about bringing in any additional farming or anything like that? What are our predictions? I'm gonna say we can maybe get him to 6, but almost 7. I'm gonna say we're not gonna quite get to 7. I'm seeing 8. I'm seeing 5. I'm seeing 4, 5, 6, 6, 3, 5, 5, 4, 6.5, 5, 6, 6. What else? Anyone think we're getting to gear 2? Actually, it might be gear 2 because I don't think I have any of the lower level gear pieces. All right, we can indeed take him to gear 2. All right, we're up at 3. Oh, it was 3. All right, what tiny piece of gear am I in? Yeah, see, okay, this doesn't count. This doesn't count, guys. I don't have any of this shit. I apologize. I don't level up my... I haven't farmed a character in a long time, hoarding for this event, so that's a little anticlimactic. Apologies. Just pretend like that didn't happen. Let's equip. What else? Oh my god, what else are we missing? Oh, more ink. Fuck. Sorry. This is unforeseen hiccup. Oh, it can only give me 1? This doesn't count, guys. This is an unforeseen hiccup. Let's just buy this indigo for 500. All right. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. Back to our regularly scheduled gearing. For fuck's sake. All right, my bad. All right, yes. All right, we're up at 5. Can we go straight to 6? We can go straight to 6. Can we go straight to 7? Holy shit, we might be able to go straight to 7. Can we go straight to 8? 5, 6, 7. Holy shit. What are we missing? Oh, do I not have the gold? No, I have the gold. What am I missing? This is preposterous. What is preventing me? Dude, I hate this so much. Okay, we can only get 2 of the pieces done. Is it just not allowing me to apply any gear? This has to be a glitch, right? Come on, Capital Games. Fix your game, guys. Alright, what the fuck are we missing? Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I guess 7 and 2/6. 7 1/3 is all we're gonna get out of our boys. All right, what's next, boys? What do we want to take? Who else are we gonna worry about? All right, boys, the world's first Elven revive. It happens. Oh my god, he's like Jolie Bindo in the flesh. This is gonna be so busted. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're running 14-5 Elrond team versus a 14-5 Meta Rivendell team. Or 14-6, so basically the same power. We have Gaz, obviously, because I'm not going to not run Gaz. That would be stupid. I've been, let's just say, unimpressed with damage output from this team, but what I have been impressed with is just how much they sustain the battle. I frequently finish with everyone still alive, which is obviously uncommon for every other arena battle. But the sustain is nice, and Elrond here does just enough damage to like kind of make it work, especially in these counterattacks. There's about 2,000, 4,000, or 1,400 a Gaz. Let's get rid of this provoke over here. No, I guess we're just gonna have to team up and kill you, my friend. But like, even if the damage numbers aren't fantastic, oh my god, I just I guess you can take the AP gains away from the Rohan meta, but you cannot prevent him from AoEing a full team of counterattacks. I guess that's just built into my genetic code. So while the damage is not spectacular, the fucking onslaught of regens is so juicy. And then this AoE, every time this AoE comes out, the second special, is so nice. You get the slow, everyone starts to peel off, and then this kind of like normally in an arena battle would look like you're fucked. But if Elrond can kind of survive to get to the point where, oh look, there's another person on the team, you just kind of snowball from there. Like the sustain is quite spectacular, I would say. Like normally, like evenly matched GP battles in arena, they're just annoying because usually it's because your opponent has better gear, but you just have better levels, or vice versa. And it's just, you can never tell exactly if it's even or not because the numbers are so easily fudged to make it so you never really know who actually has the advantage in the battle. But I think it's quite clear that the sustain of this Elrond team is unprecedented, especially if I can get these actual regens off and not die to this thick-ass Ironhide. Oh my god. Well. Welcome back. So I guess even matchups, I think the damage of the meta team right now, the Rohan, normal Rohan, Strider, Gaz squad is still good enough, which kind of leads me to believe that Elrond is going to get melted by Haradrim, because Haradrim's damage numbers are steezed out of their fucking minds. Their passive sharing is crazy. Their turn meter reduction is good. They have AoEs out the butt. It already looks like Haradrim are going to walk over this Elven team. While their sustain is nice, in even GP matchups, even with Ironhide's damage, it gets a little hairy. So I'm thinking that pure, unadulterated, high single fire AoE damage is going to be a pretty clear and cut counter to them, because they don't have huge health pools, and the sustain is nice, but the sustain is only nice if you aren't getting like completely blown off the map, and you can actually heal every 4 turns and bring like the one dead person back from the grave. So I think we need some more testing, obviously, but it looks like the new meta is not as powerful as I think other people would have been led to believe. So, you know what? Let's actually test. Can we punch up? That was even GP. All right, I guess we're still at even GP, but I'll throw in a random Mordor team. Actually, there's no leadership there. Let me do this instead. Let's do a Mordor team with a taunt and an AoE. So this is a lot of the people who are fighting, or not Mordor, Isengard. So we fought one half of the meta. Let's fight the other half of the meta and see if we can out sustain their sustain. This is kind of funny. It's like, you were the original sustain team. Oh, look at me. I can do it even better. All right, nice little blind there from Ugluk. Let's throw up our taunts. I'm gonna save the revive, obviously. I might take out Mauher first, just because he does so much damage. Oh, I forgot I had blind. I probably should have paid attention to that. Alright, so they're debuff heavy. We are buff heavy. Alright, I'm not going to make that mistake twice. I'm not going to full throttle AoE into a full team of counterattacks. I will not lie, not having our counterattack is quite sad. Alright. Their damage output is just fucking crazy. Alright, let's get rid of this taunts. Counterattacks are still on the board. This is tough. I mean, obviously they're much higher gear than us across the board. Like almost all of our GP from the squad is in Elrond and in Gaz. So it's not as if we are evenly leveled. We are definitely punching up here. I'm just gonna let the counterattack get out. Just fucking counterattack me. So this is technically a punch up. The only problem I have is, will we actually be able to complete the punch up? I find Eldon's lack of taunting Sad. I don't think he provokes as much as he should. We may be able to actually slip away with this battle. I think it's kind of sustain until Elrond's AoE. Revive whoever's dead and kind of pick up the pieces from there, because the meta is such that if you have one extra person, you win. So if you can knock down one of their people, make it so that you can get to a 4v5, it's kind of like an auto victory from there, even with them being much higher gear than us, if that makes sense. Because now we just have 5 people doing damage to their 4, which makes the game obviously much easier. So it looks like you can... Okay, so as a slight punch-up against the Rohan team, and this is a dramatic punch-up against the Isengard team, so I would say the sustain definitely still treats the current meta of have more people alive equals win. Definitely could use some more work on my Elrond. I feel like if he hit a little bit harder or was a little bit survivier, that would be nice. But I guess it's still down to just what gear do you have, because my 2 highest geared characters are doing 95% of the work on this team. Like, why are they low? Gaz AoE'd, Elrond AoE'd. Literally no other reason. These 2 do 0 damage. And look, back from the brink, back from the dead, baby. Alright, you're gonna AoE and kill someone. Oh, no, you're not. But you might. Oh, thank you for the counterattack. So helpful over here. So helpful. Yeah, I think it just comes down to gear. I think if you can outgear this team, there's no chance that they're going to beat you. Obviously, if a player is... I think the AI is just not super smart, so obviously we can win these, but I think if I was playing another human being with that same squad, I think we would have been hosed. I don't think there's a ton of gear punch-up potential here, but the sustain is certainly nice. But then again, that was quite the punch-up. I know the GP, and I talked about it earlier, like, you can fudge the GP numbers to make it, to make them whatever you want, but that team was considerably stronger per character than we are. I think it just came down to a ton of gear into Gaz, a ton of gear into Elrond. They'll do all the damage. Elrond will continuously bring people back as long as the AI is continue fighting your 3 stupid characters who aren't Gaz or Elrond. I think you could just out-sustain them, and those 2 characters will out-damage them, and you should be fine. Have you considered a full AoE squad? Elrond, Wubede, Strider, Kaz, and Elrond? I don't know, but my AoE, I mean, my Strider's not super strong, but let's actually filter by power. AoE. I could do Eothani as an AoE, Wubete as an AoE. And then Elrond, yeah. Actually, should I rip 5 AoEs? Alright, I will humor you. I will humor you. Everyone has an AoE? Alright. I will humor you with the 5... This could be the meta, boys. This could be the 5-man AoE meta. The team looks weak to AoEs. Well, every team is weak to AoEs, so... Alright. Let's boost some turn meter. Slow. We should still go first. Get rid of all their might. Just AoEs out the butt. Let's heal. Once my Eothane gets his AoE off before theirs does, oh, this is going to be... Oh, GG Eothane. You know, I kind of smell an inkling of success here. I mean, obviously you don't take full... You don't take full stock of the Elrond kit, but... It is at least fun. It is at least fun to spam out AoEs. And here's the Big Daddy AoE. So I think what we learned here is not as viable as the full sustain team, but definitely much faster damage output. Oh, R.I.P. Elrond. Oh no, it's going downhill. Yeah, so definitely not as good as the full Elrond team, but I would say it's fun enough. You know what I mean? It was fun enough to do one time. You know what I mean? All right. I wish there was a full auto basic option, because Gaz should just basic when it comes down to like the last guy. It should just be a basic party. All right. All right, we got to end on an AoE. Oh fuck, if he kills all of us, I'm going to cry. Okay, I guess we'll end on a counterattack. That's fine.